Roll that beautiful beam footage. Good morning, happy Wednesday, and welcome to One Nation Under God with Addy, Daddy,
and our special guest today,
Shanazanda, the Great Wabanit.
Good job, Sean.
Thank you for joining us again today. Gonna lead us in that sip. Do not forget, you can't spell Daddy without the Addy. I said you can't spell Daddy without the Addy. We're running a little slower today. We had some things to get done. The house has to be prepared. There's our a full zoo here, right?
Yeah.
We have 2 new chickens.
Yeah.
Yep. On top of our hens outside.
Yes.
On top of our Woofy who wants to eat them all.
Yeah.
On top of Jack who's doing really good.
Besides the Shadow, he wants to get Shadow.
He messes with Shadow. And then Shadow, who also wouldn't mind checking out those chickens. He doesn't mess with the hens anymore.
No.
But he's curious about his chickies, right? Now, all that's taken care of, so we're ready to bring you some news. We have laid down and looked at it. We had to go through Grok multiple times today because if we left it up to Grok, we would just tell you about the straight of hummus and the same 5 things that everybody in the world is talking about. And we know you can get that, and you will get that every day, all day, everywhere else.
Yep.
You tune in here with your high IQ because you want to get some new news. You want to learn, change, and grow. And probably have some fun while we're doing it, right?
Yeah.
Addy, can you get that coffee started so Sean can lead us in that beautiful simultaneous sip across the world? Now, Erica, School of 9, is already going. They're underway right now. We know that our viewers try to tune in the morning when we get aired at 8 o'clock, and then others tune in throughout the day, especially at that lunchtime. So we appreciate the simultaneous sip throughout all space and time. As you know, Einstein and multiple scientists right now are in the middle of trying to say that your gut feeling, the microbes, are essentially quantum mechanically reading the near future. And those that have a better gut may be able to read further into the future. But essentially the microbes, according to quantum physics, are somehow able to read the future and determine that this is not a good decision for you to make and you should not do it. So when you get, you may need to think you're reading into the future. Because this is what scientists, this is what PhDs are absolutely discussing in their round forms, in their papers, in their theses, what they're trying to prove, what they're getting their grants for, where the money comes from. Stuff that, in a cigar room with dudes, we've talked about this for decades on decades. But now we have Money Grant Institute and the PhDs discussing it. So it's a lot more noble to discuss this now. It was a tinfoil hat. Unlike this beautiful guy 15 years ago, but no more tinfoil hat now. Now it's regularly known. And that's what we're going to talk about again today. As you see the digital ID, literally the King of England, guys. I can't even make this up. Dude's in his crown. He's there. We sent the message out to everybody this morning we woke up. But the King of England is saying that digital IDs, Addy, are coming to your cousins in the UK. Everything we talked about yesterday with they don't even have the right to protect their little girls with pepper spray. Now they're getting digital IDs. They're not even going to be able to go anywhere without a good credit score, without permission from the government. Does that sound like freedom?
No, whatsoever.
That's the opposite of freedom.
That's the
Digital ID is the opposite of freedom. But little girl, when you were as we left Texas, as you were 1 or 2 years old, and we tried to have these conversations with grown adults, people out there in America, all across America, as we were traveling. And we told them about the incoming digital IDs. You know what they said?
What?
You're crazy.
What?
That would never happen.
No.
That could never happen. In 2014, 2015, people say, that's crazy, bro. Sean, you're crazy, right? Like they couldn't even imagine it, Addy, because they couldn't think about it. Why? What did they take for granted?
Freedom.
Freedom. They just assume that freedom's free. Is freedom free?
Yeah, freedom is... Sean! Freedom is not free.
Yeah, it might be for you, little buddy, right now, but you earn your privileges, don't you?
Yes.
Do I try to give you lots of privileges?
Yes.
Do you have to earn them?
Yes.
That's right. Can you give an example to the people out there since you said freedom is free?
Yes.
Okay, give us an example of how you earn your privileges. Oh, I shouldn't take my sip yet.
Freedom is good. You need to have friends, family, and strong. You be strong
Why do you got to be strong, Sean?
to get to freedom.
That's right. You have to have strength in order to enforce freedom, right? Because others will try to take that freedom away, right? Yeah, absolutely. And are we seeing that in the UK now officially?
Yes.
What was happening in communist China, the rest of the world was like, hey, that's communist China. Let them do their thing. I didn't think the UK was communist. We do see a king announcing today or yesterday that, in fact, the entire population, everybody under the United Kingdom, you wonder if Ireland wants to bounce out even more now. These individuals are being put under a new social credit scoring digital ID. It's going to get worse, not better, as it rolls out. Bank accounts locked down. You already saw this happen across Canada. You essentially saw it happen across America. For anybody involved with crypto or the Trumps, you saw that targeting, which means they can come for you. They can come for anybody they want. They can go for an ex-president. They can go for people who run crypto, who they're now buying lots of crypto, right? They can just target you and decide you can't access your bank. That blows your mind because, well, it didn't happen to me, so I'm not worried about it. But it's happening all across the world. And right now in the UK, they're signing up for it. Well, I don't know if they are signing up for it, right? They're not allowed to talk about it online or the police will be at their door. They're not allowed to protest or the police will be at their door. They'll be locked in jail. They'll be put in jail for 2 or 3 years for their post. You have them trying to super speed these individuals so they don't even get a peer. They only show in front of the magistrate and they don't even get to appeal for 2 years. I mean, that's like Guantanamo Bay for terrorists, and that's just what they do for normal citizens in the UK. And this is before they're getting this ID up and running that they're about to push through. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Well, is that one reason you think that our forefathers got out of there and came over to the United States?
Yeah.
Is that one reason we wrote down those rules?
Yes.
Right now, the Magna Carta had a birthday yesterday, so we should talk about it. That those brothers and sisters in the UK, they did want that freedom, right?
Yes.
They tried to come up with some freedom, right? How's that working now in 2026, Addy? Not looking so good. Not looking so good. Can you lead us in that simultaneous sip? Because I'm ready to get some coffee on the road. Thank you for joining us, little buddy.
Shot.
All you need is a cup or a mug or a glass, a tankard or a chine or a stein, a condensed jug or flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill your favorite liquid. I used to like coffee. A cocoa works too, with some crunchy peanut butter and homemade chocolate sauce and honey. But anything works. And let's do the simultaneous sip.
That dopamine hit of the day. The thing that makes everything better, as Scott Adams would say. Delicious. Addy, you make such a good cup of coffee.
Thank you.
You know the house rule is here is we do 3 sips. Doesn't matter what you're doing. It's always 3 sips. The 3rd sip, pinky up. That's how you know it's the good stuff.
Yep.
Okay, we have a fun show today. We have some good news. We are going to tag a little bit of becoming a category of 1 to remind you that you are a brand. You are your brand. Each and everywhere you go, whether you're applying for a job, working at an industry, anywhere across the U.S., from blue collar, white collar, to orange collar, green collar, no collar, barefoot, shoes, nice boots, whatever you got.
Hands only.
Hands only. We know that you can change the game. You can become a category of 1 if you understand the rules to the game. Is that right?
Yep.
And so whether you're a dad, whether you're a mom, whether you're a sister, brother, daughter, friend, family, orphan, we got some news for you today on how you can become a better brand for yourself and how that will translate over time as you be consistent with your brand. Because they will tell you that it's who you know in business, but Daddy knows that's not the truth.
Nope.
It's not who you know, it's who knows you. That's right. Your friends will vouch for you. People will connect you to other people. Other people will see you. You'll be headhunted by them because of your performance. That's how Daddy got to where he's been. That's how Daddy's been successful, because I didn't have to fight. I didn't have to look. You perform where you're at and you go above and beyond because that's who you are and what you want to do. You'll see across the gamut of the younger generations right now, one thing that has destroyed their own trajectory, Addy, is that they pout in work. When they don't get what they want, when they don't see what they have, when they're worried they're not getting paid enough, they try less. They perform lower. And they think, ha, I got your back, system. But Daddy took lower pay in some of his roles. Daddy took no pay in some of the extra response. Actually, as a matter of fact, never did I take any pay whatsoever for the extra responsibilities that I took on in each of my roles. Okay?
Okay.
Why do you think that was?
I don't know.
Maybe because I wanted the experience? Can you put money on experience, little girl?
No, you cannot.
How do we get to wisdom? Where does it come from?
Experience.
Oh, what do you know? So
Oh.
the way I looked at it is I'm getting paid to go have these experiences. I'm getting paid to fly around the country and help grand open these. Yeah, they were working my butt to the bone. My social life, my private life was abysmal during these times. But that experience was invaluable. I've met people with PhDs, VPs that have been older than me their whole life, and the experience compared to what I was getting in my young 20s isn't even comparable. And the reason is I didn't let the dollar sign matter then. It will come. The advice to you young men, the advice to you no matter what age you are, is that the experience you can gain out of each and every situation and opportunity that God gives us is what gives us strength. Is that right?
Yes.
We become stronger with each and every opportunity that we get. Is that right?
Yep.
But people forget that. So we want to make sure that we remind them on the show today. Don't forget that the experiences you're getting are more valuable than even the pay. But I mean, we got to get paid, right? Yeah, we got to get that money.
I got a little bit of money.
But experiences will always trump that dollar when you're getting into a new industry, when the industry has something to show you, it has something to give you. Whatever your goal, plan, trajectory in life is, I assure you, you'll have a higher chance of getting there if you give it your all. Go that extra step. Don't beg for the money up front. Show who you are and how you can be different from the system. And the system will reward you kindly. Very much so.
Very much.
All right, guys. Good news today. Addie, you want to start us off? What are we talking about?
Today, we're talking about the African wildcat.
Oh.
Pop that picture up.
Boom!
Looks
But
good.
before we get over there to the African wildcat, Sean, thank you for joining us. Addie, will you lead us in that beautiful pledge that unites us all across America, all 50 states right now, as you see Greenland, Venezuela, and Alberta in Canada, maybe 51, 52, 53, before the end of the year. 2026 has got some surprises, and we may have 3 states added. Maybe they just become territories, but we may have some states.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Stay tuned for more.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And you know, we're way more excited now about doing that than you've seen us in the previous 100 episodes. On this back 100 episodes, we're going to be bringing the justice for all. We've got people in power. We've got new departments set up. They're combing it from Texas to California, Minnesota, and even down here in Florida. Red state, blue state, purple state, green state, white state, territory. We're coming for it. It's getting busted, and you're all going to see it, right?
Yep.
Also on the deck is some things that we don't want to talk about and scare some people off. But from Obama to the CIA, the documents are now out that the coup that they tried to push through is evident. You can all see the meetings. You can all see the information. And it is now open public information. That will change the world as it trickles down and gets into hands. People will argue. They will say, that's not real. And then you will show them how real it is. And kaboom! If you ever thought Watergate was a scandal to ever even be mentioned, it compares in nothing to the Russiagate. Stay tuned as indictments are on the way. Now, Addie, what do you got for us?
I got wildcats. Let's go ahead and dig in.
Is this the wildcat you were talking about?
One of the many.
What is this guy's name?
Shadowfang.
Shadowfang!
Oh, hey, don't knock our mic over.
Okay, so we're talking about the eastern northeastern wildcat. So it's got to be a little specific there because I think there's some stuff going on with the south.
Yep.
African cats with the tails and their height. This is the northeastern wildcat that all domesticated cats came from.
Yeah.
And I know Nana can see there on the orange on the top that looked just like all of our kitties, right? Look at that orange coming through the top of the neck and then dark stripes down at the bottom. We all wondered where those patterns came from. Now you know.
This cat right here.
Now, Addie, what's the scientific name
Phyllis Sylvestris Iblinka.
Now, most of you that are over the age of 35 knew that scientific name because we grew up watching Looney Tunes, and we knew that Sylvester was named scientifically after this kitty right here.
Sylvestris.
So, beautiful to see. We are show and telling our kitty today. He's eating right now. So you can see his tail. He likes when we rub his butt to pull his tail up.
Look, there he is. This is
There he goes.
He's like got emerald
This
eyes.
is Shadow Fang. He's an indoor kitty that we like to take outside.
Yeah, but then sometimes he will run off.
He will.
But the
A little bit.
And here's a trick: when your cat runs off, just buy churros, rip them open, and he'll come sprinting for it.
No doubt about that. Okay. Addy, thank you for educating us a little bit of cats. What else you got for us?
Who? The descending from, already know that, Egypt domesticated them.
Okay. Oh, Egyptians domesticated them. I
Yep.
think we do that. Pretty cool.
Yep. Here's the
Some
part.
people would say that the Egyptians actually created these animals because of their slit eyes and their hissing like a snake. So, I've heard it. It's out there in the ether. There are some theories. We may not be broadcasting it on this show.
What? They thought they were godly creatures descending from their false goddess.
Okay. Yep.
I did not like that part. I tried to refuse it as much as I could, but
Hey, way to bring the news. You gotta bring the news.
But you gotta bring the truth, whether you like it or not.
Good job, little girl.
Already know where near east. Now, when were they domesticated? 10,000 years ago.
What?
Yep.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. Now, do you know? Did you look that up? Is that before or after dogs? Right? Like dogs were already domesticated, right?
I think they're. Yeah, it was after dogs.
It had to be right because
Yeah,
dogs
yeah.
are first. They're
Yeah.
man's best friend.
So then dogs, then cats.
Does it say did women like the cats? Did men like the cats? Was there?
No, there was nothing. I said we'll see for a minute. Aw, man.
Because we generally see man's best friend as a dog. We know lots of girls who have lots of good dogs. You have dogs, but then we generally see
Cats.
the women with the cats. So it's just what's going on there?
I looked into it. There was nothing. I could find nothing.
There has to be a scientist who has applied for a grant to let me study why the kitties love the ladies and the doggies love the boys. Right? There has to be. Maybe the testosterone.
Oh, you know what I think? That the man became with dogs first and gave them meat first.
Well, I mean, that's true. That's a fact.
Then maybe
Yeah, the man's out there hunting and the dog was like, I like what you do.
I like what you do. Let me hunt you with it. Then the ladies were back.
And then maybe the
staying.
cats were like, hey, the women are back chilling at the village. I kind of like these girls. I'll sit back a little bit.
Yeah, and it
You
was,
think that's what the kitties said?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's our theory. We apologize for giving opinion, but it is a pretty logical
Theory. It's a
theory.
theory.
It's a good one.
Good one.
It's a good one. Don't take that as a fact on our news show. That part is the theory we use, right?
Yep.
Thomas would not. Did we use empirical evidence or did we use theoretical probabilities right there?
Theoretical probabilities.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're not supposed to do that.
Now, ready for this one? How? You might know I skipped why for this particular reason. How many dollars are they making off cats a year?
You got to tell me I'm ready for this industry. How much
40
money are we talking?
$43 billion.
Whoa! $43 billion. That is a lot of money for the kitty cats.
But do you know why?
That's healthcare, that's food, that's fish. I mean, that's a lot of money, guys.
Yeah. Now, ready? Why? Low maintenance, affectionate companions that adapt easily to small living spaces.
Okay, so that makes sense too. They fit in. Okay, so where dogs wouldn't fit in very well to some
Cats.
small apartments, small areas, cats do.
Cats
So
check
that
it.
would naturally make them a better fit for city folk, apartment folk, condominium folk, small home folk.
Yeah, like they live in a little trailer.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense to cats.
Makes
live in
sense. Cats fill that niche
little
right there.
niche.
There are some dogs, some little Shih Tzus, and some
Like
other little
baby dogs that
little baby doggies.
that will not protect you.
Yeah.
That
Sorry to everybody who has little baby dogs. Our dog will eat baby doggies for fun, so we're not used to baby dogs.
Well,
But the
now-
kitty cats do live in those areas. Okay, Addy, great job. Anything else on cats for us?
Yes. What do you call a cat pile?
What do you call a cat pile?
A meowton.
A meowton. That's good. I probably should have got that one.
Yeah, I got two more jokes. How do you make an egg roll?
How do you make an egg roll?
You push it.
that's a Humpty Dumpty joke sitting there too.
Humpty Dumpty.
He didn't roll. I guess he did. He fell right off there.
Humpty Dumpty fell.
Any more jokes?
Last one. Why do cows wear bells?
Why do cows wear bells?
Because their horns don't work.
I got a joke.
That was good, Eddie. That was
I
good.
got two jokes.
Cows gotta wear bells because their horns.
I got
don't
two
work.
jokes. Why did the cat say to the kitty?
What did the cat say to the kitty?
I don't know. What did he say?
Let me go to bed.
All right, little man.
Cat.
Thank you for bringing the jokes. Thank you for
one.
bringing the good one. I think that was the last one. I think that was
No,
the
no,
last
here
one.
comes the last one.
Okay, give it to us. We gotta
Why
get the
did
news
the
started.
cow wear horns?
Why did the cow wear horns? Because his bell wasn't working.
Because the cows are mooing.
Wait, I think we just said.
Good joke.
I think
All right,
we
let's get to the news, guys.
let's get it.
So we've got number one on the deck. You all know it's happening. It's happening everywhere. There's video pictures, so we are going to touch on it because we have a couple of things we do want to say on it. Right now, as you know, the historical visit of 2026, Donald Trump has arrived in Beijing.
Get ready.
He is meeting for a high-stakes summit. Now, listen, this is the part we want to make clear to you, and I used BBC News here because these guys are getting dunked on, okay? The reason you're watching our show, I just promised you we weren't going to show you everything that the regular news is, and this is how you know we're not showing you everything the regular news is. This is not the president of China. Let me repeat. This is not the president of China.
Then who is it?
Donald Trump is the president of the United States because a republic who elected him are president. Communist China does not have a presidency. They do not have a president. This here is a chairman, okay? Are we understanding?
Yes.
He is just a representative figurehead that's been elected to stay the figurehead of the CCP, the Communist China Party. Okay? Guys, he's not meeting with the president. So I'm only reiterating this because everywhere you look, even Grok this morning tried to tell me he's meeting with President Xi Jinping. And I had to say, hey, Grok, super digital intelligence, stop lying to me. I didn't tell him what. I just said, stop lying to me. Grok said, I apologize. This is the news and factual as I use. My sources are this. I said, Grok, is President Xi Jinping a president? Grok said, whoops, my bad. You got me. You got me. I tried to trick you. Why? Why is even digital intelligence lying? Right, guys? It's one thing for the news.
Why?
But for my own Grok, who I love Grok, for Grok to lie to me, there's a problem there, guys. That's a prompt, okay? They want you to consider Communist China this republic who elected this guy. It's not the case.
Nope.
All right? So do not let the news lie to you. That's all we're going to talk about with this. I'm not even going to get into whatever's happening over there with Elon and Tim Cook also in tow. We're just showing you this picture to tell you that's not the president of China. Is everybody on the same page?
I am.
Okay, well, when you listen to the news, quote, mainstream media, people that have awards that this little girl doesn't, they will lie to you and they will say that that's the president for no reason.
No reason.
There's absolutely no reason other than to try to lie to you, to try to coddle up to Communist China, than to call him a president. He's not a president on any level whatsoever. So please, do not let the news lie to you. Do not let the locals lie to you. And don't accept that lie. That's it. That's all we want to remind you. That's not the president of China.
Nope.
They do not have a president for their communist party. Cool? We all good?
We're all good. I'm good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'm good.
I'm good. I don't know if the mainstream media is good. We're out here destroying them left and right.
Yeah, we're probably going to cancel our show at this part.
They're going to try, but it ain't happening. Okay, Addy, what you got?
So Trump visits China with Elon and Tim Cook.
Tim Cook. Yep.
Tim Cook. Now here's the fun part. Ready?
Oh, this is cool.
118 new exoplanets plus 2,000 probabilities. Booyah, baby!
Guys, for those of you looking at space exploration, for those of you who care and think it's interesting and believe it and know it's amazing to see what's out there in the galaxies and universe around you, for those of you who watch Stargate,
You're gonna love those.
and you know what Daniel Jackson's all about,
Daniel Jackson.
then you know that it's very possible life could be on any of these other planets that are out there. And just now, we just added to that bank 118 verified exoplanets with 2,000 under the microscope. Well, sorry, telescope. Right now, being investigated as high probabilities. Not like, oh, we got some stuff, but like, yep, we're probably going to add 2,000 to this list we just added 118 to.
Wow.
So update your science, even if you had a PhD, even if you passed this class months ago, years ago, decades ago, you now need to know that 118 have been added to that list, confirmed exoplanets, with 2,000 on the list to be checked out immediately that could be added even before the end of this year. Not all of them. It'll take some time, but some of them could be verified before the end of this year. So pretty amazing stuff. When you think about probes that we can send out and you wonder what direction do you send them, right? Well, clearly you put a name of the planet, the exoplanet, on the probe, boom, and you shoot it in that direction.
Yeah, maybe.
Now with TAE fusion and our fusion power that we have, right?
Let's do it. Fusion. Ha!
With TAE fusion, as you know, we've talked about it on our episode 1 through 100. TAE fusion is going to give that ability, that power, with even some solar energy, propelling those photon cells to get to those exoplanets in time, over time. But it'll be able to start very soon that we can send probes further than you've ever thought about. And when we have exoplanets to explore, and when we have another 2,000 on the deck, that's pretty crazy, interesting stuff to just think about how that unfolds, because any one of those planets, could sustain life, or at minimal could be terraformed to help sustain life. Is that right?
Right. Question?
Yes.
What's terraformed mean?
Terraforming is when a particular region or planet specifically does not meet the requirements for the habitable race. Now, we're just talking about humans, but because we watch a lot of animes and other things, there's other races out there, right? Other aliens, right? And they could terraform as well. So we don't want to steal the word. But as we know right now, the only living species, then what we're looking at with terraforming is you take a planet, or maybe even the moon. That moon's probably way harder, but you take a planet that has some building blocks already there, right? We want water to be there. We want some hydrogen to be there. Nope. And then we're going to introduce elements and other pieces that will help that get formed so that the atmosphere over time can eventually evolve to hold vegetation, which we know will create oxygen and help filter. And then we can get some life sustained. And then we should be able to land on it and pop that mask off and breathe fresh air. But it takes some time. It'll depend on how big that planet is and so on and so forth. So, but brilliant minds are looking at it. We do have the seeds. They call it Noah's Ark. They have some other pieces where they've essentially created seeds of life, and they have the strings of DNA, and they have them on tubes. Some of this stuff is allegedly already sitting on the moon, right? Sitting in vaults. Like, should there be a problem? But if you were terraforming, you'd probably do it from a ship or for some probes, and you would shoot it down, and then there would be a process of this developing over time. Now, with digital intelligence and robots, who knows how fast that could get done, right? Way faster than what a human could have done.
Yep, and speaking of robots have fingernails!
Thank you for going straight into that, eh? Great segue. Guys, so one of the problems we have with picking things up is that, we have to ask the girls sometimes, can you scratch this? Can you get this? You got the fingernails, babe. Can you get this? Especially if something thin fell on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So some of these robots are being made now with fingernails to mimic not just the humans, but to give them the access to scrape up and pick up things that fall on the ground. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, of all the things to be adding to robots, you didn't think you were going to learn about robots getting fingernails today, but there you go. Robots have fingernails. Now, these were silver, but in some of the other pictures, they had painted them pink for the ladies. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Or purple, maybe.
Oh, did we not get a picture of Ace?
Ace?
Oh, no.
No Ace? Let's see.
Oh, we didn't get a picture with Ace. My bad. So one of the cool things that happened yesterday, too, is Sony's robot, Ace, has now dominated elite players. So this is not like the robots of past. Ace is now able to beat them, not just train them and not just play with them, but Ace has gotten so good he can now beat elite ping pong players. The first of its kind. There is a robot now that is whooping the booty off of elite ping pong players. Now, what that means is that the dexterity, the reading, the evolution of these robots went pretty quick. Because 3 years ago, they were barely, knocking the ball around. Here we are in 2026, and they're now beating the elite of the elite humans. Didn't take them very long to catch up, did it?
Nope.
Let's see. Green sea turtles are making a huge comeback. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yay! That'll probably be my story tomorrow.
Freeze-dried candy is gone cosmic. Apparently, everybody's been caught on. As you know, local small business mom and pop shops from Texas through North Texas and all across the U.S. We saw a couple on the northeastern coast. But local businesses were taking candy that you liked and that you already loved, and they were freeze-drying it and turning Skittles into these pop pieces and all this other stuff, right? Yep. And it was giving small businesses a little extra push for people to give that extra candy surge that they wanted, right?
Yeah.
We don't need that stuff, but we know how delicious it can be. So the freeze-dried was getting really popular, and now the mainstream candy is picking back up on it. So now even Skittles and other companies are like, whoa, we're losing money. We should be making our own candy freeze-dried as well. So
I'm not taking your...
It's blowing up across the market. It's hitting everywhere you go now. Any region across the U.S., you are now going to start seeing, if you haven't already, freeze-dried candy. So they make the candy, and then they also freeze-dry it. We've always purchased the freeze-dried candy we have had. We purchased from some local mom and pop shops there in North Texas from some friends and family. Yep. So we like supporting local businesses, and we encourage you to do so, even if you still see the store selling it now.
Yep.
Try to check in with that local farmer's market.
I'm not buying your box, Skittles. Bye-bye. Bye.
Remember, Skittles is trying to change some of their ingredients now, thanks to RFK. Okay.
If they change
anything else for the news today, little girl?
Only a couple words.
You can't spell daddy without the Addy.
I said you can't spell daddy without the Addy. Good job, Sean, making it all the way through the whole show today.
And Sean at the end of the way.
Great job, family. Thank you for watching today. God bless everybody. Learn, change,